Hey everyone, good morning. It is a beautiful day here in Chicago. Hope you are having a good start to your Wednesday. Of course, it is Wednesday, so we are doing some yoga. My name is Jen, for those of you who are just joining for the very first time, though I suspect most of you know me. I thought we'd do some hip opener stuff and definitely take advantage of the fact that at least here in Chicago, it's a little bit warmer. Getting our hips moving and open is a wonderful thing and always needed. And we'll take advantage of the fact that it's a little bit warmer. So hopefully, maybe our hips are slightly more cooperative. All right, we'll go ahead and get started just in a comfortable seat. So we'll start with right leg crossed in front of left, just in an easy seat. And relax your hands on your lap. Close down your eyes, relax your shoulders back, empty out your lungs. Take a full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. We'll do that again, full deep inhale. And long, slow exhale. Your next inhale, open your eyes and simply start to walk, crawl your hands forward. It might be only a little bit as we're just warming up, but you can do a little bit of right-left action. See if that helps you loosen up your spine. Allow your hips to gently open up, wake up. And then once you're there, you can continue to move right, left, or you can simply stay still. The idea to find some long spine here, some open hips best we can. Let's take 2 breaths. On your inhale, lengthen. Think of this as a halfway lift. Open your chest, create some space. Exhale, fold. Oh, I love it. Hello, my friend. I think you're Elisabetta's friend, yes? Inhale, go open your chest. And exhale, fold. Nice. And gently, let's lift ourselves up. And then from here, we'll go a little bit deeper, kind of right away. Flex your feet, send this left leg slightly forward, and we'll move into a double pigeon, right? So now we're kind of getting a little bit more aggressive. If this does not suit you, definitely feel free to lower this right leg in front just like we did. But the idea is to get our both shins parallel to our space. Lift up tall. You might use your hands behind you to lift. Get a little bit longer through your spine. Gently go hinge. And same thing here, you can do a little bit of this right-left action if that helps loosen up your spine. Continue to flex these feet and use your hands to propel you forward. All right, I'll show you from this side real quick. You wanna maintain this length in your spine, so just using your hands to help on that initial uplift. And then as you hinge forward, continue to maintain that open chest as you hinge. Good. If your hands are no longer helping you, you can certainly bring your arms forward and find a little bit of more heaviness here. Draw your shoulders back, open your chest. Let's take 2 breaths. Inhale, just like we did. Open your chest, lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Yes. Wonderful. Inhale, open your chest, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. You gotta tell me your name though. All right, from here, start to walk your hands over to your left-hand side. Lisa Belta was telling me how she just moved back to London. So I see a little bit less of her, but she is so sweet. I know she does the workouts a little bit later. From this place, you might find that your spine is a little bit rounded. So I'm gonna take advantage of this to lift just a little bit, create some space for myself, and then twist a little bit deeper. Remember, you can still do this if your leg is in front of you, right? So not to worry, and gently fold. Yes, nice to meet you. One more time, inhale, open your chest, lengthen out through your spine. See if you might be able to twist a little bit deeper. And exhale, fold. See if you can drop this right butt cheek down a little bit more. Good. inhale, let's crawl these hands to the front again. Nice. Azura, nice to meet you. What a beautiful name. One more time, inhale, open your chest. And exhale, fold. Good. And from here, gently lift yourself up. Again, we've done a lot on this right side already, but we're gonna continue. So start to lift your leg up toward you and then flatten out the sole of your left foot against the floor. So again, these are like really kind of big hip openers. You might move your legs out to the right, to the left. See how that feels, right? Again, all of this, we're just encouraging our bodies to move in this fashion. So little bit at a time. These are not easy things for sure. Take your time. All right, continue to flex out through your right foot. And then the next time you pass through center, let's see if we might be able to sit up a little bit taller, maybe scoot your bottom closer to your heel, and then maybe even take your left arm around your left leg. I'm gonna scoot this way so you can see, and then maybe your right arm also around your right leg for a little hug. Interlace your fingers or grab onto whatever you can grab and see if you can lose this rounding that might happen in your spine, right? So you wanna lift up through your chest, get really tall in your spine, and just hang out right here. Good. Hold for 4, so nice. Hold for 3, beautiful. For 2, continue to flex this right foot. For 1, we'll change this grip to the underside of our left leg, so the belly of our thigh. I'll take my right hand and then go in between my legs, so also I'm reaching for the back side of my left thigh. Pick up your left foot. Look good, lift up through your chest, and this balance is a little bit tricky. It is like boat, but also we have this hip opener to contend with. See if we can, from here, really use your arms to keep your leg pulled in tight to your chest, and then extend your left leg upward. Yes, bend it again, nice. A couple more times, extend it upward, and bend it back. Really keep it together, keep your arms bent, and go extend, lift up tall through your chest, and go bend. Your final time, go extend, and see if you can let go of your arm and slowly lower your left leg down. Lift up tall through your chest, excellent. From this place, we'll continue to work this figure 4. Open up through your chest and gently hinge. You might even feel that this feels a little bit easier because we now just have this one side that we're working with, right? Really focusing on this right hand side hip flexor. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, open your chest. I love these forward folds. Exhale, hinge. Not only for the obvious hamstring stretch, but also for my low back. This feels amazing. One more time. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, hinge a little bit deeper. Maybe your hands can come forward and you use your hands against your foot or your leg to help bring yourself a bit closer. All right, let's gently lift ourselves up. And again, we bring ourselves back into the figure 4. So we were here once before, we'll do it again. Heel to butt, butt to heel, hands close with you, lift up tall through your chest, and just breathe. Again, we're spending some time here really getting this right hand side open best we can. Here we move into our twists. So I'm gonna again switch the orientation real quick. All right, for this, I feel like I like to bring my left hand back a little bit just to give myself a bit of space. Left heel away from me just a little bit to give myself some space for this setup. You might feel differently, so adjust accordingly and see what works better for you. On your next inhale, send your right arm all the way up high toward the ceiling and really twist your spine to get something, best you can, above your elbow, outside of your thigh, outside of the sole of your foot. Now right here, it feels a little bit cramped. That's totally normal. You can do a couple of things, right? You can start to walk this left foot out toward your right hand side. Walk this left hand forward and see if you might be able to send your legs out toward your right. Get a little bit deeper and then push your arm against your leg. So you now can see that the sole of my foot is pushing into my tricep area, right? And then hang out here. Each time you make an adjustment, you just breathe, give your body some time to respond, and then maybe test the edge and go a little bit deeper. So any which way, you can extend your arm again, twist a little bit deeper, send your leg out farther, and get more, or you keep the contact and just nudge it out a little bit deeper here. That's perfect. From this place, working these big hip openers, so definitely just take your time. You want to find your biggest twist, and hopefully you've established just a little bit of sweat, just a baby amount, so that you feel pretty gripped, the sole of your foot up above the plane of your elbow. From here, maintain that. Use your left foot against the floor to pick your bottom up off of the floor. And then now you're stomped right over. And I'm using my left thigh almost to help keep my right foot in place. Shift your body forward and see if you might be able to pick your left toes up off of the floor. And gently release. Good, we'll try that one more time. You can definitely unwind everything, give yourself a little bit of a break. And then we'll move into one more round. So now you know what to expect. Again, this is a big hip opener. So if you feel like that's a very big ask, it is. And definitely feel free to stay in this figure 4 situation, right, where you get yourself in super close, or you stay in that twist situation, which might feel just like a little bit more, right, asking a little bit more out of your body to twist and to move into that hip opener. And then again, if you feel like you're up for doing that arm balance, look at your foot, where it is on your shelf being that place above your elbow. Once you decide, hands come down. Use your left foot to lift yourself up. Lean forward enough so that your shelf is parallel to the floor. And then maybe you extend your left leg long. Fight for it here. Yes. And gently return. Yeah, so much work. Gently release. Nice work. You got it, Azura. Shake out your legs. It feels like such a long time ago that we started on this leg. But now we'll move on to the next side. So bend your right leg first, then put your left leg in front. Just for like the super mild version of all of these hip openers. So staying here, let's actually just bring our hands to our lap. Close down your eyes again. And take the time to empty out your lungs. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. It's so nice to just go back to breath. So let's take a full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale for a nice little reset. One more time. Full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. From here, open your eyes, and we're just doing that mild little walk, crawl forward. And see how this side feels. Maybe you don't even need, or doesn't feel that different, to go to the right, to the left this time because we've already warmed up a little bit. But if it feels good, totally do that for yourself. I think with these stretches, there's no exact one size fits all. So definitely anytime you're in any class, whether it's with me or anyone else, take whoever is guiding the class, their instructions, yes, but also feel free to do your own thing. I feel ultimately you are the one who inhabits your body and you know what works better for you. Let's take 2 breaths. Inhale, open your chest. Create some space, relax your shoulders back. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. One more time, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, we fold a little bit deeper. Good. I already feel that left-hand side hip. And gently walk yourself back up. So we're going right into that double pigeon. So the only kind of major thing we want to focus on is getting both shins, best we can, parallel to the front of our space, right? So heel on top of knee, knee on top of heel, and then not letting this foot slide inward, right? So right on top where it feels slightly, mildly more uncomfortable. Flex your feet, lift your chest up. If this is truly not working, which is absolutely fine, remember, absolutely let your left leg fall forward as opposed to stacking it. That's no problem. So we're going for this super long spine. Draw your shoulders back, really create that distance, your shoulders away from your ears, and maintain the length. I like to bring my hands back just so that I have that initial sort of help to propel my body forward. But if you're like, I don't really feel like my arms are not helping me any longer, start to walk your hands forward and maybe you can get some more heaviness, right? Still flex your feet and let your upper body fall forward. It's normal to have a bit of a round in our spines here. What we're looking for in the halfway lifts is just to get more openness in our chest and then we fold a little bit deeper. Yes. Again, inhale, open your chest, lengthen out through your spine. Excellent. And exhale, we fold just a little bit deeper. Good. From here, let's walk our hands over to this right hand side. So as you start to add this twist, it's really easy for our chest kind of to be reluctant to move with us. So I find that just a lift, kind of sort of coming out of it actually, helps me lift, and then I can twist deeper to fold a little bit deeper. So experiment with that, especially if you feel like as you're crawling your hands forward, you're unable to get yourself to where you'd like to go. I think coming out of it, which seems counterintuitive, is actually quite helpful to give yourself some space, just like that halfway lift, twist a little bit deeper. And even in this warm up for this side, I'm looking to get more of my left arm on the underside of my left foot. That may mean somewhere, anywhere against your left arm. What we're going for eventually is somewhere above our elbow, right? And that might not be happening right now. That's totally fine. We're just warming up this side. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, open your chest, get long. Exhale, hinge a little bit deeper. That's right. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Twist a little bit more. Exhale, hinge. So good. Continue to drop your left hip down here and then start to walk your hands through center. Ooh, feels good. And then we'll gently lift ourselves back up. Nice job. Okay, continuing on, moving into our first figure 4. As we lean back, we'll bring this leg closer to us as we plant the sole of our right foot against the floor. Making any manual adjustments that you need. I like the sole of my left foot, the same plane against the outer edge of my right thigh. And then use your hands to help you. Just kind of push yourself in a little bit closer. Hip to heel, hands to hip best you can. And then sometimes actually you change up the distance a little bit and that might help you feel a little bit more. So it's again, not one size fits all. Everything doesn't need to be cramped up super close. You might find that leaning back feels a little bit better for you. We're just going for that lift, always finding that lift chest up. Same thing, this heel might be farther away to help accommodate maybe some of this left-right movement. Getting our hips a little bit more lubricated on this side. Always we continue to flex this left foot. And just let our hips gently open, especially when it comes to our hips. It's really easy to be like, why? We always practice this. Why aren't you looser? But we just take our time, encouraging one breath at a time, and it is very normal if you feel like you've been practicing hips for one day, kind of in the middle of randomness, that you feel like you've gone a couple steps backward, and that's completely normal. So if you're experiencing very tight hips today, not to worry. I feel like with practice, with time, that all kind of shakes out. There's just going to be kind of these ebbs and flows, and not a completely linear line upward in terms of how our hips feel. Okay, so best we can, we are gonna move hips closer to heel, just so that maybe we can pick up this right arm and give ourselves a big hug, right? Finding that wrap, and then maybe your left arm around your left leg as well. So nice big hug, and then notice if your spine has rounded. I feel my spine is rounded, even though visually it looks kind of okay. Lift up a little bit taller. It's so interesting because, a lot of us have been doing these virtual workouts, right, for the last year or so. And the wonderful thing is that hopefully we've been able to feel, right, really find value in how we feel as opposed to what we look like, right? So of course, like being in a studio, you might have mirrors, you can see visually and make any adjustments in your posture or alignment, whatever it is. But I think the huge value that we've hopefully been able to experience is just being able to feel, right, any kind of default slouches or whatever it is, and make those adjustments on our own, right, without having to look at a mirror and a reflection to make those adjustments, right? Hopefully we are much more in tune with our bodies without that visual aid, which sometimes can be a crutch, right, if we rely too much on it. All right, from here, let's move into the belly of our thigh. So we're gonna undo this. I'm gonna scoop my heel out and away, grab underneath, and take your left hand through your both legs, right? And then interlace as well. Lean back just a hair. Keep your arms bent. This way you have a lot of energy and power pushing through, and then pick up your right leg up off of the floor. Still you're lifted, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Continue to flex both feet. Now, start to kick your right leg longer and go bend. Continue to lift your chest up, doing great. And go. Kick, straighten out your right leg, still you're very tall. And then bend again. So nice. 2 more times. Go. Kick, check in with your shoulders, squeeze your blades, lift your chest, and bend. 1 more time. Go. Kick, extend. And let's see if we can let go of this belly of our leg and slowly lower this right leg down. All right. We have this wonderful, slightly more accessible figure 4 stretch here relative to all those other things we have already done. Lift your chest up tall and gently hinge. And that's the interesting thing, right? It's funny, everything is it's pretty relative, right? So like one day if you pick up very, very heavy weights and you do a workout that way, the next day when you go back to your lighter weights, you're like, oh my gosh, I could do this all day type of thing. So hopefully that is what this feels like, a really lovely, generous, accessible stretch. Shoulders still draw back, chest still open. If this is still all working out for you and you like to grab onto your foot or your leg somewhere, totally do it. And we'll take 2 breaths. Inhale, open your chest, so nice. Exhale, maybe you use your arms to help pull you in a little bit deeper, all right? Continue to open up through your chest. Yes, 1 more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, use your strong arms, pull yourself in a little bit deeper. Excellent. And gently lift yourself up, walk yourself back. We're moving back into that figure 4. So from here, starting into our twist, all right? Again, I like to have a little bit more space. So unlike what we did earlier, which was everything kind of a little bit closer together, heel, hip, hip, hand, I'm gonna keep a little bit of distance. On your inhale, reach your left arm up, and then see if you can twist, maybe push your legs to the left and get somewhere outside the sole of your foot. And for your initial placement, it might be more shallow than you feel like you can do. In my opinion, it's totally fine, just because this is the initial kind of placement, to just hang out for a little bit, because our bodies are just getting used to this very, very aggressive hip opener plus twist, right? So to me, there's no need to rush and get myself deeper right away. If you feel good in this position, you're like, okay, I'm ready to go a little bit more. Remember, you can remove, detach, and lift up again, twist again, send your legs out to the left again, and place. Or if you prefer to do it, you can keep the contact and see if you might be able to push your arm against your leg, and then just do little nudges at a time. So you're just kind of skimming and keeping yourself pretty close. See what works better for you, right? I don't have, again, necessarily the exact formula that will work precisely for every single person. It really depends on what offers you an easier, more efficient way to get someplace above your elbow, ideally, right? Your foot somewhere above your elbow. Okay. So if we're ready to do it, remember, as we create this shelf for the arm balance, it'll feel a little bit more balanced if you can get this arm, which is your shelf, more parallel to the floor. That way your foot is stomping directly over, and it's very intuitive. You're literally stepping over a stepped stool, right, that you've created with your arm. All right, now that I've talked a little bit more, I feel like I can go a little bit deeper. And we're using your right foot to help lift yourself up. So, hands come down, lift yourself up, and then bend into your arms, shift your body weight forward, pick up your right leg, and gently release. So anywhere above your elbow, definitely I can feel on this side, my left hip is slightly not as open as my other side. So you can see that my shelf is like barely there. I'm hanging onto a thread. But so long as you're somewhere above your elbow, you're able to create that nice flat surface for your foot to sit on top of. All right, so let's try one more time. Remember, feel free to shake loose your legs, do what you need to do. Otherwise, we'll move on to that second side. Remember, you can always stay here working on your figure four, working on your figure four twist as well. You do not have to do the arm balance. It is a very big ask. Okay, so let me see if I can change up the direction so we can just see it from another orientation. So you have this very big twist, a good shelf for your foot. I'm gonna bring my hands down, lift myself up, and then bend my arms. Pick my right leg up off of the floor. Maybe extend my right leg out toward this side. Ooh. And there it is. Gently shake loose your legs. Woo. Take your time here. First of all, be very proud of yourselves. We did this in 30 minutes, which is not a very long time to get our hips open. You can kind of do this whole toes in, toes out with little windshield wipes. And then just to kind of bring everything together, the soles of our feet, press them in toward each other, lift up tall through your chest, and give yourself just a nice little gentle hinge. Maintain that length in your spine, relax your shoulders back, and just breathe here. 2 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. So good. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Nice job. Your next inhale, pick yourself up. Take your hands to the outsides of your legs. Push your knees in close. And then we'll just send these legs out straight. Finish off with a couple of deep breaths. From here, hands on your lap or hands on either side, whatever works better for you. You can relax your feet. Roll your shoulders back, close down your eyes, empty out your lungs. Full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. One more time, full deep inhale. And long, slow exhale. Beautiful. Your next inhale, open your eyes. Fantastic work. So nice to meet you, Asura. Great job. Yes, I think the beautiful thing is, like, even if we feel like we're far away from whatever the goal is, it's always a practice, and there are always these little details that we're constantly working on, and know that we are all in it together. So not to worry, practice is key, and 30 minutes is not a long amount of time, but it is so much each time we stay consistent, give ourselves this wonderful practice, little stretches every single day, a little bit of activity every single day. You are doing your body a world of good, and of course our minds a world of good. So thank you so much for joining. Great to meet you again, Azura. I hope to see you soon live. And everyone else who's taking also later live, good to see you. I hope to see you live as well at some point in time. Tomorrow we have cardio, so definitely bring your water, drink your water, all those things. We are moving 15 minutes the entire time. All right, have a great rest of your day. I will see you soon. Bye.